Hi, I'm Stu White. I'm going to put you through an expert level workout. What does expert level mean? That's a workout that would challenge even a professional athlete. Let's go. This is going to be a total body workout, working every single major muscle group from mid-back to hamstrings to glutes to core. This is called a barrel roll. It's designed to turn on your obliques, your glutes and your mid-back stabilizers and mobilize your hips in preparation for a hard workout. Let's go. So we must have our knees above our hips, toes pointed, hands above the shoulders. We roll to our elbow, come up and lift. Roll across to the other elbow, come up and lift. All right, 30 seconds, let's get started. So we're gonna place our elbow on the ground and we're coming up through the knee and the elbow with the top elbow and knee matching. So we roll from side to side and we're pushing up through our elbow and our knee. This knee and this elbow are matching. And we're trying to keep our ribs and pelvis lined up. So what you'll feel here is your bottom side glutes, obliques, and mid-back stabilizers turning on. Done? Cool. So this exercise is called a snake charmer to a lunge. So it's designed to turn on your hamstrings, glutes, and mobilize your hip joint. 30 seconds, let's go. So we start one heel in front of your pelvis, the other foot behind you. You lift up through the hips. Strike, see the knee is over the ankle, step. When I land my back foot, it must be flat. We don't want to be like this, flat back foot. Sit, rotate. Step, flat back foot, back to the beginning. Okay, ready? Let's go, 30 seconds. So when we land our foot, you're gonna feel the glute and hamstring kick in as you put weight on that front foot. Here, we're looking to try and keep our rib cage centered over our pelvis. That requires a lot of hip mobility. This will tell you if you need to work on your hip mobility a little bit more because it's impossible to sit up straight if your hips are tight.
That's fine.
Cool. Okay, so this next exercise is a sky kick to squat. So it's a dynamic exercise designed to create some reciprocal activation in the core muscles and then transfer to the posterior pelvis, so your glutes, hamstrings. So you get this transfer back and forth of activation. Let's go. So to do this properly, deep squat, sit your butt to the ground, hands down, feet go up, stand up, okay? Okay, deep squat, hands go down, use your core muscles to lift your hips up, stand up. 30 seconds, here we go. Okay, the next exercise is called a bear dog. So this is one of the best exercises to get overall body stability. So it encourages balancing out contralateral stability, meaning making sure the pelvis and rib cage are lined up evenly. So what we're gonna do is we go hands under shoulders, knees under hips. This time we tuck our toes under. Lift our knees just a couple of inches off the ground. And you can imagine there's a hot cup of coffee on your butt and your back and you don't want to spill it. You're gonna extend. Breathe. These will expose where you have imbalances contralaterally. Okay, all right, 30 seconds, let's go. Breathe, abdominal wall tone, breathe out, lift. Left hand comes off the ground with right foot. You can see I'm a bit wobbly on that side. Then right hand comes off the ground with left foot. And as you get more comfortable and feel the stabilizers kick in, you can extend a little bit. The idea is not to spill the coffee on your butt and your back, so keep as stable as you can. Quality over quantity, don't rush it. Work on stability, not pumping out a bunch of reps. So that's the warm-up done. Now we're into the main part of the workout. This next exercise is called a pike. It's designed to massively increase core stability and mid-back strength and stability, and actually mobility of the hamstrings as well. So there's several different ways you can do it. You could do it with a chair against the wall. You could do it on a park bench. You could do it on some stairs if you have some. Or in this case, we're in a gym. We're gonna do it off the end of a bench. So what we do, hands directly under shoulders, fingers spread, toes under. We want a nice flat body. We don't want to wing our shoulder blades, so we want to make sure we push away from the ground. We're gonna walk our hands up, hips as high as you can. Walk them back out, hands under shoulders, back to the beginning. Okay, so 30 seconds, here we go. Start with hands directly under shoulders, nice flat spine, pushing away from the ground. And just start slow, quality over quantity. Push up into what looks like a half handstand. Back to hands under the shoulders, flat spine. And so that time I walked in with my right hand first. So next rep, I start with the left hand first to make sure we maintain symmetry. All right guys, so the next exercise, we're gonna need one of our ProBalance long bands. So this is a ProBalance band swing. So it's a replacement for a kettlebell swing. And so you've got two different, you've got your yellow lighter strength or your black heavier strength. So you can kind of choose. Maybe you start with the lighter one until you figure the form out, and then you go up to your heavier band once you're confident. So I'm gonna use the heavy band. What we wanna do, spread your feet about hip width apart, and then put the band under your big toe knuckle here. And then you're gonna try and make sure it's relatively even. Then you're gonna feed the band to your opposite hand. So there's a cross there. And then you can spread your feet a little bit. And you're gonna push it down into the band. I'm gonna wrap this just to get a better grip on it. So what we do is a nice straight spine. Drive forward through the glutes. Okay, so this is purely a glute and hamstring developer, and there's actually a lot of mid-back in it as well. Okay, hips go back. So from side on, just so you can see. See, hips go back, I've got a nice straight spine, so it almost looks like a Romanian deadlift. Squeeze the glutes, drive the hips forward. Hips go back, hips go forward. All right, so we're gonna start in 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hips back, squeeze the glutes. Hips back, squeeze the glutes, feel your mid-back activate. Hips back, fire the glutes, and a little pause at the top there. Just feel your glutes and hammies kick in here. You're gonna get a bit of bicep and mid-back activation there as well, especially if you go thumbs up. Breathe. In through the nose, hips back. In through the nose, hips back, out through the mouth. And then you can speed up. All right guys, this exercise is called a monkey walk. So it's a very dynamic and very taxing exercise. It's very difficult from a cardiorespiratory perspective. So it does a brilliant job of strengthening the glutes and hamstrings and also the mid-back. But what it really does beautifully is it transfers force from the upper body through the core muscles to the lower body and then back again. And for that reason, it's great for developing dynamic function in sport, and it's very, very difficult because of that as well. So what we're gonna do, deep squat, we strike our hands out, bring our feet past our hands, reach back. It's key that you reach back between the feet when you go backwards. If you don't reach back, you're gonna end up stuck, okay? So on the way back, we must reach back between our feet. All right guys, 30 seconds starting now. All right, so make sure we strike our feet as far past our hands as we can. On the way back, make sure we reach between our hands. Reach between our feet, I meant to say, sorry. And as you get more comfortable with it, you can really start to move. gonna burn the hell out of your legs and hamstrings. Really feel those hamstrings squeal. Oh. All right guys, so I'm still puffing from that last one. Those are tough. So we've got our heavy long band and light long band again. So this is a single leg rear delt fly. So it combines the benefits of a single leg RDL and a rear delt fly together. So it's really going to test your stabilizers of the hip and lower leg, as well as strengthen and turn on your mid-back muscles and stabilizers. But one thing it does beautifully is it connects your extensors of your contralateral hip and contralateral shoulder. So left hip, right shoulder, right hip, left shoulder. So I'm going to use the heavy band. So what we're going to do is lay it out like so. I'm going to put my big toe knuckle on it. And so we're always going to pull it under the foot. We never ever want to wrap over the foot like that. We're going to pull away from towards the instep, pull it straight towards the other foot. I'm going to wrap my wrist and my hand. We want to go thumb in, and we're going to stand on one foot here and push that arm out to the side. Okay, it's going to really test your balance, certainly testing mine. Nice straight spines. There's two ways you can do it. If you struggle with the balance part, you can just keep that toe on the ground. You're still going to load the hamstring and mid-back. If you want to really push that foot-hip connection hard, we're going to lift that off the ground. So we've got 30 seconds here. Off we go. Make sure you're breathing through your nose, out through your mouth. Move nice and slow. It's going to really test your balance out here. And if you need to, just put the toe back on the ground to regather balance and lift it back up, that's okay too. I don't have much choice, unfortunately. It's almost about to fall over half the time here. So I'm going to regather there. That's really making this outer glute burn. So as I pull through my mid-back on the left here, this right glute is absolutely screaming. Switch over. My right butt cheek is about to fall off. This is expert level for a reason, guys. It's really, really difficult. And there's not too many athletes that this wouldn't really be a huge challenge for. Off we go, 30 seconds, breathing through the nose. So I'm gonna start with my foot on the ground just to get some activation of this left glute and hamstring to kind of get it turned on for me. And then we'll move to the foot off the ground once that's working for me a little bit. Make sure you focus on your breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth.
That's it. Quiet.
Hamstring screaming on the side. Oh my God. Rest. All right, guys, it's been a hard workout. We're on to our last one. So we've got two options here. This is a lower body exercise, so most of you are doing an expert level workout, so you're probably likely to lean towards the heavy band, but if you're a smaller person but very fit, you could use a lighter band as well. So again, if you're not sure, start with a light one. Work up to the heavy as you get more proficient. So I'm going to use the heavy band. What we want to do, and this is a single leg squat with a backpack load. So what that looks like, we call it a backpack because we stick our heel on the band, and then I grab both ends of it, and I loop it over my shoulder like a backpack, so I don't have to worry about the mid-back stabilizers working so hard trying to grip the thing. And so what we're gonna do, this is gonna work the quads, glutes, and the hamstrings as well because of this particular loading, and then all the internal, external hip stabilizers as well because I'm gonna be on one foot. So I'm gonna pull this foot off the ground. It's gonna drop this knee towards the ground, okay? As you get more comfortable with it, you can drop lower and lower. So it's just like a bilateral squat, but on one leg, okay? All right, so we've got 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds each side. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Load the left heel, in my case. And we're gonna slowly descend, trying to keep our balance at the same time. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And you got your back toe here, just if you do lose balance like I just did. The band really challenges stability, loading it this way. Drop that knee as low as you can. Now we'll push a couple. Deep, deep, deep. Okay, we're gonna switch sides pretty easy. Slide your heel in. Lift this back foot off the ground. Off we go, 30 more seconds. We're gonna dig in through, we're pushing down through our right heel into the band. Try and get as deep as you can. Maintain your breathing. These are hard, guys. Oh, it really smashes the glutes, quads, and it gets more hamstring than an average squat as well because of this loading. All right, guys, I'm absolutely gassed. Sure you will be too. Fantastic work, that's expert level. That's as hard a content as we can deliver to you with bands and no equipment. Let us know what you think. Cheers.